Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. So today I will be explaining where I have been, where the car has been, and why I haven't been posting or really putting anything on social media apart from maybe on TikTok about the car. So let's just hop straight into it. So this is where the car has been for, well, it's been in here for 4 months, but I haven't uploaded in like 8 or 9 months just because I haven't really had anything to put on the car because I've been working so much. But this car is in here for 2 reasons, and 2 reasons only. The first reason was to redo the rear arches, which I will show you in a minute. They have been fully redone, fully sealed. Every single bit of rust and rot has been removed. The second reason kind of came about when we were doing the arches, and basically the engine started to create like a knocking noise. Turned out it was a bearing on the crankshaft on the bottom end. So that wasn't very good, and in fact this is what that bearing looked like. In fact, all the bearings look like that. But as I said, those are the 2 main reasons why this car's been in this garage, and why nothing's really been uploaded, because me and my dad have both been putting so much money, time and effort into making this pretty much one of the cleanest kind of WRXs or Subarus in the vicinity of where I live, at least, because I know around the world there are many better ones in better condition. But I'm going to show you the rear arches now, show you what we've done, kind of talk you through it, just in case perhaps you need to do it, or you're in the situation where, hey, your arches need to be done as well. I could share a little bit of experience, maybe even help you out. So to give kind of an overview, as you remember in the first video, this was kind of all kind of bubbling and not looking its best. So what we did was we bought quarter panel replacements, like the full panel that go up to about here, I think, and they go all the way down and they go, I think, back to here. But we didn't want to replace the entire panel because that would just mean loads more bodywork, because this does have filler in it, but honestly you'd never be able to tell. But basically what we did was we just cut out a section that we needed to, it's probably something like that, then cut out the template to the same, welded it on and filled it in. That was the easy part. The harder part was the fact that Subarus also tend to go down here as well, because they rot from the inside out. So there was a hole there. This entire drip tray was just demolished. So this has been made, as you can see with the welds. A plate has been made to be put in there. Now there is one other area that this car went that was a shock to me and my dad. That area was this panel right here. So obviously you got your strut top, your outer wheel arch. This panel here, we put our hand straight through it. So that there is just a solid piece of 1.5 mil thick material just there, and it's all been undercoated and everything and painted, so there is no rust coming through there. But this happened on both sides. This happened on both sides, and obviously the outer arch was bad on both sides as well. So that's the arches, and as you can see, they are fresh, brand new. All they need to be done now is painted. Now, with the paint of the car, because obviously it's kind of grey at the moment, it's being painted all the way from this pillar all the way back. It's been painted there, just obviously on the side pillar, only because we don't want to respray like the entire car. That'd be way too expensive, and we're actually spraying it in here. There is a friend of my dad's who's been painting motorbikes and car parts for, I think, the last like 30 years. He's going to be coming around hopefully in a week or 2 to be painting all of this. As you can see, it's kind of a matte, whereas that's kind of a gloss. So that's all been done. So yeah, we do have to sand it down a little bit, but it'd only be wet sanding, just to kind of get the primer that we've put on there to stop it rusting or anything, to make it nice and smooth. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the quarter panels. If I do have any videos or anything of me doing it, I will put it kind of in the video randomly. Redoing the quarter panels is quite self-explanatory. You just cut what you need to, weld what you need, filler it and sand it so it's nice and kind of even, all looks OEM. I definitely recommend taking photos of it before, so that you can kind of use references to see if, okay, I've got too much filler on or too little, in the shape of the quarter panel. As for the rust in the wheel arches and or the strut tower, that's just your pick of the luck. Mine had it, yours may not, yours may just have the quarter panels, but it's definitely worth checking them out. It's definitely worth repairing them if they are gone, or wow, it's necessary to repair them if they're gone, but it's going to take a little while, maybe like 2-3 weeks to actually do that, and that's if you're working on it every other day like me and my dad were. The only thing I will say is make sure, one, you have a good welder, or you know how to weld, because the tin, the material on Subarus are so thin, they're basically tin, and you'll just blow holes through. So patience, a little bit of money, and just some, I don't know, some good music in the background, and you can get this kind of done within a few weeks or so. But that's pretty much the quarter panels done. They just need to be painted. Now let's go look at the engine to see what we've done there. So I don't know if you guys remember what the engine bay looked like before. I'll see if I get a picture and put it here somewhere. But yeah, basically the engine's been fully redone, fully kind of refreshed. That's if I can get this open. There we go. And there she is. The rebuilt engine. It has been rebuilt, but not all parts are new. So stuff like the con rods aren't new. Obviously, like the heads aren't new, but they have been kind of skimmed. All the gaskets and seals are new. I think it's APC bearings, race bearings, on the crank. Obviously, valves have been reseated and all that. Buckets have been redone, so they're within whatever thou they need to be for it to work. Got new, also definitely would recommend RCM metal pulleys, cam pulleys. The original ones on these are plastic. I believe pretty much all of them are plastic on every other model. If you ever redo a timing belt, or say you're rebuilding an engine, definitely get metal pulleys for these. They are pretty expensive. They run you maybe 200 to 300 quid, maybe even 500 quid, depending on where you get them or who you get them from. But they are definitely worth the price, because those plastic ones can explode. But apart from that, it's pretty much all standard. Got a new airbox as well. Obviously no filter in there at the moment. Got to source one of those out. This is obviously not permanent. I do have reducers. It's just kind of so we could get the car running and started. Obviously, I have a brand new intercooler. I don't actually know what make it is. I did buy it off someone who had it on their car who was running like 300, 350 brake. But it fits. It's pretty big that I've had to adjust kind of the brackets and stuff, but it does pretty much fit on standard. But that's pretty much it. Obviously the strut bar will be going back on, but that needs to be painted. And you might have noticed the color of this. It probably doesn't look the best. It's kind of scratched up here a bit. This is the color I'm going to be doing my calipers. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'll see if I get a picture, but it's kind of like the 2017 STI caliper paint, like that kind of yellowy green. I really like that. I wanted it, so that's kind of the closest I could get. But the calipers will be going that color. These stays here will be going that color. In fact, they are already painted and over there. And obviously the strut brace that is down there will be painted. That's not the right color. That's a fluorescent yellow. That's pretty much it. Everything else is standard. Only thing I need to do is buy a new power steering pump, because when we turned it on we heard a knock, and obviously that is the worst thing to hear after rebuilding an engine. We heard a knock, but it turned out to be the power steering pump, so I don't know if you can hear it. It kind of it makes like a clicking noise, and it goes back and forward. I did accidentally drop the power steering pump, so that's what the knock is. Obviously we took the belt off of the pulley and stuff like that, ran it without the power steering or the alternator on, no knocking, put the belt back on, knocking, so that was a relief. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been done. As you can see, I've kind of gone for like that kind of greeny yellow, black and silver theme in the engine bay. I think it just looks nice, you know, having kind of darker colors and reflective, and then having like a really nice bright color. Obviously not a lot of the engine bay will be that color, just because I think less is more with bright colors, really. The other thing I forgot to say is the front driver wing will also be painted, because I don't know if you remember, it had like a really bad paint job on it before, so that's being repainted as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The next thing to do with this is pretty much to go and get it, I say remapped, just get it kind of tuned, just on a rolling road or something, just to get it running right, because we have also put STI injectors in. We've deleted the TGVs. We basically took the flaps out, took the bars out, dremeled it out, so it's just like a straight through hole now. So it kind of runs a bit odd, obviously, because we've changed so much with it. But yeah, I will put down in the description of this everything we've done. I won't put where we've got it from, because some people might want to get parts from other places, but if you do want to know where I got those parts from, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you on it. But I'll put all the parts that I've got on this in the description of the video. Yeah, apart from the rear subframe that is obviously getting repainted and kind of like doing poly bushes in lateral and trailing arms and repainting those just to look nice, that's pretty much it. So yeah, but it's been a long time and I thought you guys deserve to know what was going on and or where the car was or what I'm doing with it. But don't worry, I will be trying to do a little bit more content on this. I'll be doing like a first drive and stuff like that with it, but I'll also be putting I think it's called YouTube Shorts. I'll be doing some YouTube Shorts as well. The stuff that I put on my TikTok, I'll be putting on YouTube Shorts. So you can kind of see how the build's been going. I haven't really wanted to post them just because I want to do this video first. So thank you guys so much for being patient with me and this car. When it is all done, it's going to be amazing, and I hope you guys do appreciate it. There will be many more videos to come of this car, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.